So we are going to do our last practical, right, which is JDBC connectivity with MySQL. This is kind of like a tougher one in the JDBC communities because the Mongo one was just setting up a Mongo client and then almost good to go, right? But here there is a lot more stuff that you need to do and that you need to handle, which is really weird. It also involves use of terminals, some commands, and likewise. Okay, so let's, without further ado, let's start with our practical, I guess. So I found this really helpful thing, connect Java to MySQL database on the Stack Overflow. I'm following this. I'll follow it step by step and you can follow it with me, or you can just quit this video and go there and try to do it by yourself. I'd urge you not to quit it because views and you'll be looking first and then doing it would save you a lot of time, I'm telling you. So I'm going to give detailed explanation and not just like some words. So let's go and create, so first we need to create a Java project, right? Let's name it JDBC SQL. Okay? So SQL, there you go. We have created, we won't create any module file, that is totally fine. JDBC SQL is open, click this arrow. Ooh. Yes, it's low. Okay, so I'll create a class in the SRC and name it JDBC, and I'll take this because I'm lazy, and it should be created. Yes, it's created. We can get this off. First of all, we need to understand that now we have to connect a jar file, which is MySQL Java connector. That's what it's called. It's a jar file, and we'll be adding it as the same way we added for MongoDB. If you haven't watched the last tutorial, you should go and watch it. It will be in the same playlist. I'm not going to give you a link in the description. I will now go to build path. So what I've done here is just that simple: build path, configure build path. Okay, wait, before doing that, sorry, I have to go and click on files. So I'll go to files, I'll go to downloads. I have this one downloaded. You can download it too. It's pretty easy to download. So this is the latest one that I got. You might get a much recent version, which is totally fine. So you go to home, you go to Eclipse workspace, JDBC SQL, you create a new folder, name it lib, in lib, paste this MySQL, and we're good to go with this. You will click refresh and you should have a lib folder showing up. Now I want you to right click on your project, go to build path, then go to configure build path. You'll go here, go to libraries, click on class path, add jars, go to lib, select your thing, click OK, apply and close. That is it. Now you have got everything that you need with the JDBC. So first we are going to import, right, import some files. So we'll import it. So import java.sql. Yes, so we have it over here. So now we are going to load some drivers. So for this you would need a try catch block, try catch any exception e, and e dot print factors. That's probably it. Now inside e, here code goes here, code goes here, right? Yes. So you have to make it a try catch, because there are a lot of exceptions that can come, so you have to catch them. That is what is not recommended. It's compulsory in this sort of thing. So you have imported java.sql.star, and now you'll be starting to do your things. Now, first we need to understand that for this to work, of course, you have to open MySQL. So let's go and do that. So I'll open terminal. This is how you open our sudo service MySQL start, or you can just do service MySQL start. It should ask you some your password. Enter the password. It is started. Now you can do this, and it has what again? Okay, I put it again, and therefore you go. Now we'll create a database. Let's say JDBC, right? Create database JDBC, create database JDBC, and enter. So your database is created, right? Right. Now your database is created. Now we need to go back to our thing. So now the code goes here, will start. Right? So what all do you need? Okay. So you need a URL. So there are three things that you need to make. So string URL, right? URL equal to this. You have to make a string user, which is also this, and you gotta make a string pass, right, which is also this. For now, we are going to first make it on. Let's go from here. Okay. So first of all, before accessing a database, right, first let's give it let's try and get to connect with our driver. So we'll do class dot, this you have to remember for name, and then you press enter. Then you have to do com dot jdbc dot cj dot com dot mysql dot cj dot jdbc dot driver, right? Yes. We have to do this, right? Oof. And then you have to make a connection. So when you make a connection, con is equal to driver manager dot get connection, right? And here you have to give your URL. Okay, wait. Okay, so before creating connection, okay. So yeah, this is fine. Just see. Yes, code was here. There you go. Get connection, right? And then in this you have three arguments you have to give it. So you have to give it URL, you have to give it user, and then you have to give it password. Now these three things are here. These are empty right now, so it won't be connecting, right? So this is your basic starting thing that you need to do. Okay, let's remove this, right? Now what is the string URL? So for the most part you have to remember this. For some part you have to change it. Okay, so JDBC, right? colon MySQL colon // local host colon 3306 slash whatever your database name that you created. We created JDBC. So that is. So what is 3306? It's the port on which your server is installed. Now, how did I know this port? If you had created a SQL server without changing any or without fiddling around with any port numbers, then it's the default port number. So we use that. So this is what you have to remember. This thing, your JDBC, this thing is your database name, which we just created over here. So if we do JDBC, you see there is JDBC. Yes. So that is there. Now, what is user and password? Well, while these can be used with root username and root password, I do not urge you, and also it is really confusing to use those things. So what we are going to do is we are going to follow our manual. So what does it say? We have done this. We have download JDBC driver, yes, put it in class path. We have done this, create a database in MySQL. We have done this. Now we have to create a user and create a user for the database and grant that user all the accesses, right? Otherwise you will get access denied for whatever host, right? So if you want to see the error, right, let's just give it root and root as the thing, and if it runs you'll see the error. So if you go here, access denied for root at localhost, this is what you get. So mysql.cj.jdbc, mysql.jdbc, so cj.jdbc is what is there. You can do that and it gives you an error. So root at localhost. So this is the thing that you will get if you try to access it without making user. You can do root and then there is a password and there are many users of the system. You don't want that much, so you just go to your terminal, right? In JDBC, what do you write? So you write whatever is written over here. So you create user, yes. So I'll just control C this. Rather, let's just type it out, create user, right? Java, right, at localhost, right, identified by password. Operation create failed for Java localhost. Create user root, no, create user Java, right, at localhost. Identified by test 1, 2, 3. Okay, there is an operation created user field. Okay. Drop user Java at localhost. Okay, you have dropped the user, so Java at localhost is dropped. Now if I create the user Java at localhost, now it is created. So okay, so if you were to do it for the first time, I have done it before to check it, and now because I've checked it, I have come up with a tutorial. But if you do it the first time, it will create the user as such. If you already have a user, so I had a user Java at localhost, and I was trying to create a user Java at localhost, that's why I was failing. So I'll again, let's say drop user, okay, Java at localhost, right? Yes, and this is done. I will exit, right? Now I have exited. So with MySQL start, so I'll go and start the MySQL service. Started, and I'll go here, I'll make it, right, and I'll make it again. So I've done it. Now use JDBC, I'm using it now, and I will create user, because I deleted it, so it should work as expected. Localhost identified by admin 123, and the user is created. Right now we go to the second step, where we go and grant all on, so we'll just copy this, okay, rather we'll just type it out. So we'll write grant all on JDBC dot start, right, grant all on JDBC dot star to user identified by password, to Java at localhost identified by admin 123, and it's given all the permissions. Now what is the username? It's Java. What is the password? It's admin 123, and we're accessing localhost, so we know that. So this was our file now, and so our username will be turned to Java, and our password will be turned to admin 123, correct? So that is our username and password. If you're doing it for professional, you don't put these passwords, but for now it's fine. So we'll run it, right, and you see there is no error that comes in, so a connection is successfully created. Now to check we can use try catch to see if the database is connected or not. For now, database is connected, okay, but I'm just saying, if you want, you can do that. So yes, so a connection is successful, right? But how would you know? You might say, I don't know, is it connecting? Is it connecting? Is it connected? Try catch exception E dot print print stat trace, easy. System dot out print ln, right, print ln, what do we want to print? Database connected, right? You want a little bit, okay, you'll get a little bit of salt. and pepper. You see database is connected now. So the database is connected, so our first hurdle is over. This was a bigger hurdle than you can imagine in the examination. This is like the biggest hurdle because the program is really stupid, but you know. So you create a statement, then you write statement statement s is equal to con dot con is why is it not coming? What the hell? Create statement. So now what is con? So it's not done. So therefore you have to do this, right? So yes. I think there is okay. Control C. We'll go in and do Control V. We do not want this, of course, not here. So this should be con, right? And this should be con, right? That should be pretty good. This is to just so I'll do, let's make it con only, right? Let's make it con, but this guy, let's just bury it, because see, once it's connected, we aren't trying to actually, yeah. So this is what this is, testing DB connectivity, right? Yes, but we do not want it in the real program. So this is this. So we have created this statement. So we'll just put a do while some condition, enter, and what is it? So int, let's put ch, int choice, right? So ch do system dot out dot print ln enter choice /n 1 insert /n to select statement, right? So /n 3 update statement, this will turn out really weirdly, yeah. So yes, then /n for delete statement, right? And /n 5 for exit statement, correct, yes. ch is equal to right s also need, so therefore we also need scanner import java dot util dot scanner, right? And we need to create a scanner object. So scanner scan is equal to new scanner system.in. Put there you go. While it's scan dot next int. There you go. Right. Now we'll use switch ch. Ch not equal to 5. Switch ch. So yes, we have that. Now what do we do? So ch we want to select, right? So case 1, right? So in case 1 I'll have a string which is let's say query. String query is equal to insert into, okay, before this, you know, we want a statement. So string first statement is equal to create table stud. Right. And s dot execute update first statement, right? In string insert into stud values round and age, create stable stud, name char 20 and age int. Sorry, I forgot about this. Insert into stud values ram and then 18. Ram is 18-year-old. There's no problem if he's 18. He's an adult boy. So s dot execute update, and arg0 is the one. Arg0 is execute update query s dot execute update query, then system.out.println. I'll just copy this part because I'm not gonna write it. Control C, Control V, and record is inserted. Record is inserted, right? Right. Record is inserted, and then you can break, right? Or you can go for case 2, right? You can break, right? For now, let's just do that, right? And then we have done this. Then we'll do s dot close and con dot close. You have to close the connections, and then we test it out whether it works or not. Let's test it. So yes, so 1, inserted. Ooh, record is inserted in the choice. Now what do you want to do? Now what do you want to do? Let's see. Let's just go here, right? First let's see if tables are created. Show table. So yes, select star from stud. Oh, and you have round 18. Yes, everything is created fine, everything is perfectly working. You can also instead of RAM 18, you can accept the name and age of the user and then create a really good thing, right? You can do that. Right now stopped it. Then now let's create our other things. So we will have to anyways make this. So just copy this part out and paste. And paste. Case 3. String query. Okay, so before this, let's just do query. Instead of string query, let's just do query, right? Let's do query, and just before starting here, somewhere about here, let's do string and query. Equals this string query. That is also fine, but let's initialize it to some value. That's not garbage value, and there you go. And now this. So now what is the second? Select statement, right? So select star from start. You do not need the statement, and yes, this should work perfectly. So let's do it instead. From others is that when you select star from something, right, it'll give you multiple and you can't store them, whatever you get, right, from the query. You can't store them openly, so you have to, if you want to show them, right, so you will have to get them in sort of like key value pair sort of, right? So for that, it provides, JDBC provides it with result set R, let's name it rs, and then you just do s dot execute query, and execute query, execute, instead of execute update, I've just found out you can write query, so that is much easier to remember, I think. So that is there. Now execute query, change this one. So yes, so now it is in the result set. Now it's like a sort of like cursor you can do. So while rs dot next, so while it has basically, right, so you'll do string name is equal to rs dot get string name and int age is equal to rs dot get int age. Now that is it, and then now we can do system.out.println name is name plus age. So that is that. Right. Okay. And now we want to update, right? Third is update. So query is, so for update we do not want to see what is it, right? So set like we used to write, so update stud set name equal to, let's say we have inserted what? We have inserted ram, to will insert to ram sing, right? Insert the name, set name to ram sing, right? Set name equal to ram sing. Wait, I'll just do it in ram sing single quotes, because for double quotes then I'll have to do escape it. So where name is equal to ram, correct? Ram. Yes, and there you have it. That is it. That's exactly it. And then you record is updated, right? Updated. Record is updated, right? Better would be to actually get some things. So insert system.out.println, control C, we enter name and age. Name is string n is equal to scan dot get scan string n is equal to scan dot next and string name int age is equal to scan dot next int. Yes, so yes, and values you can enter n and ag. Yes, where values this, oh sorry, plus n plus plus this plus n plus this plus ag plus this code is inserted and stuff, and query, select start from stud, right? You get that update, and yeah, for this I'll write to create enter name you want to update, enter name you want to update. Scan dot next किसमें string and 2 में where name is equal to plus empty. Updated. Right, you can do it like that. Now let's save, because we have created a lot. So let's just make this. So there is an error. The table state exists. It's the first time we have created it already. Right, so creates table, yes, string first statement, say. So first, before executing, make sure there are no tables or table. So drop stud, drop table stud, and there you go, it's dropped. Now you can save it and start. So there is this. So table is created already, and table is created. Now we want to insert into the thing, into the table, enter name and age. So I'll enter Ram, and age is 23. It should have been entered, but yeah. Cannot issue data manipulation statements with execute query. What? Oh, okay. With insert. Okay, so execute update, execute query. You cannot data manipulate. So what we will do is we will have to do execute update, and it should run now. Okay, cancel. First, let's again go and do the same thing. There you go. Now what? Now you save it and run it. So that is in enter choice 1. Yes, name is Ram and age is 33. So there is an error again. So Ram, unknown column Ram in field list. Enter name Ram, unknown column Ram in field list. column RAM. What? What if I just do this? What? Oh, if I do this and this and this and this, right? No, not age unity, age kill unity. So this much we wanna do. Yeah. Again, drop the table, place low. Why not? And again, insert will be not you. 1, enter name and age, RAM and age is 22. Yes, it is inserted now, right? Right. Now it is inserted. Now I'll have to select. Let's select a statement. So select name is region 22, date is British Kim 3. Let's update it. Name is RAM. Update. So the update is like okay. Name you want to update in the RAM. So there is an error because it's fixed because this is not there, and then plus. So the names, whatever the strings are, the names and etc. should be in single quotes, as we know. So that is why we will have to put single quotes around the name. And this is really weird, like a name you want to update and what you want to update it to, right? So name you want to update is this, and string string in 3 is equal to scan dot next, right? And name is this plus and 3 plus yes. Yeah. Yes sir. Control S is running. So I'll just go here. I'll just do the same thing, same old thing. Yes. And then we'll again execute. We'll insert only one name and age. Let's say RAM and age is 33. It's done. So we'll update it. Update the name RAM, and the name I want to do is give RAM sing. So there was an error again. So int choice record is updated, and then int choice, and then there is a input mismatch exception. Oh, so there he didn't take input. So next time, what? There's no input given. What? Ooh, what? Really? Yeah. Next line and next line. This whatever it is. So if we have done it. So technically we should have a select star from stud. We have that. So if we wanted to do this, control S and we'll go and do this and run this. Yes, run it. 3 update the RAM name. Wow, RAM update, and what do you want to update it to? So next and next line, and then next, and then next line. I don't know, something. Control S. Let's run it again. 3. What? 3. Name is RAM. So it came out like ran, so it just record updated. What is it doing? Hello. What is it doing with the name? Next. Right? I wanna do it. And 3. I'll just make it a bigger one. Yes. Name I want to do is RAM, right? And I want to make it RAM Singh Ghaniya. Record is updated. So input mismatch exception. Really weird. What? But is the record except it's RAM 33. It's RAM, it's not Sing now, it's capital RAM 33. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, sheesh. I was doing it that wrong. Okay, got it. You can't put spaces in here. Of course, my dumb head. Can't put a space if you're giving a bigger name. Next line, I think then it should do with next line, but then does it? And then I want to do 3, right? So I want to do I wanted to do RAM, but it just doesn't take. So it considers /enter as the next one and gives it. Really? Yes. As the next. It doesn't take the thing and it just says record is executed. What? Next and next. Let's just do this. Okay. Yes. Right. So it's from page 33. 3 updated to date RAM to Raj. Yes, there you go, record is updated. Now if you select it through to name, yes, so round browse record is updated. Now if you select it to, let's say 2, so you have Raj 33. That's how it works. So that is fine, right? Yeah, there is some Java escaping and flushing a problem. It's not flushing it out and stuff and all that, so you don't want to deal with that. So let's complete this faster. So case 4 is going to be enter the name you want to enter the name you want to update, and enter the name you want to delete, right, enter the name you want to delete, and string and phi is equal to scan dot next, right, and scan dot next, and scan dot next, and scan dot next, and name you want to delete. So there is that. Scan dot next, and then query becomes update stud name, delete from stud pair name equal to plus and phi plus s dot execute update query, and there you go. Control C. Record is deleted. Deleted. My god, this keyboard sucks. Case 5. Case 5 is there is no case 5. Break, and it should work. Delete instead. Okay. I've done that. Now let's just try to do it. Now we are not creating it, we have it. Now we're testing our 4, so we have created it as Raj, I guess. Delete and 2, and nothing should be there, right? 2, yeah, empty set. Yeah, and it's really fine. That's really true. So to check it once more, this should give you empty set, and it does. So therefore we have it. This is our JDBC program.